Hello bass lovers, welcome to Bass Secrets. There's a funny quote that says, according to known laws of aviation, there's no way that a bee should be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee of course flies anyway because don't care about what humans think it's impossible. Well, let's say like this, bass is not supposed to have a lead role in a musical environment. But some bass players does amazing solos anyway, because they don't care about what convention says, they just want to express themselves out of the box sometimes. So if you're like me and want to do some solo stuff with your instrument, you may find this video interesting. Today we are going to talk about 5 forbidden secrets of bass solos. Number 1. Have a great sound. Hear what double bass legend Ray Brown has to say in this video.
The most important thing you can do with this instrument is not play fast, not play solos, but get a good sound. Play in tune. This is where you will get your job from. A guy came up to me and he said, I play the bass very good. And he played for me, played everything beautifully. But his sound was awful. And I said, just go back and learn how to get a sound out of the instrument. Learn how to play the bass in tune and get a good sound. That's the most important thing you can do.
So you can play the most skilled and emotional solo ever, but let's face it, if your solo is going to sound like an electric saw, will be pretty hard for people to appreciate it. And before thinking about fast licks or speedy and tricky stuff, which is great, first try to focus on developing a great tone that will bring justice to your ultimate skills. Number 2. Explore the feelings of intervals. An interval is the difference in pitch between two sounds. Let me explain this in practice. This is the point of reference, the root note, in this case E. Let's say we want to add some flavor to this note. Okay, it has something more for sure. We've just added the fifth of the root note, or E, which is in this case is the B. But what if I tell you that this interval combined with a rhythm can definitely bring to the table something more characteristic and defined? This is something I like to call the epic or heroic pattern, because in my mind it resembles a lot of sensation in that field. Now listen if I am trying to play the same pattern but with a different interval. Oh, sounds like the hero is in trouble. See, that's what I would like to say. Try to think about what interval could reflect the emotion you are trying to express in the best way. This is a path for your solos, and each of your solos will have a story to tell. Number 3. Learn some spicy licks. Licks are one of the main part of the language of improvisation. The more licks you know, the bigger and complex your music language will be. So why is it so important to search some unusual and characteristic licks? Well, the answer is simple. If you play the common licks in the common way, well, it can be hard to sound original or interesting. The search for the exotic licks is something that a musician should always follow in order to expand his own language. In this way, it can sound in the most original way possible. Remember, it's not about how many licks you know, but how your licks could bring interest and personality to your musical language. And speaking about something you should know, I would like to introduce you a great feature of today's video sponsor. I'm talking about Themes by distrokid. Let's face it, collaborating in today's music world is something more and more common. And distrokid has the right tool for manage this practice. A tool that allows you to easily pay your collaborators without having to hire an accountant. And that's absolutely possible with themes. Let me talk about some of the unique features of themes. You can add unlimited collaborators to your track, you can change the splits anytime, you can add or remove collaborators anytime, you can go back in time and see previous splits. Collaborators can only see what percentage they get. They can see who your other collaborators are or what percentage other folks are getting, and that's great for privacy. Plus, your release won't be delayed if your collaborators is slow to sign up. Instead, distrokid just hold the money for them until they eventually join. And if your collaborators never join, you can easily cancel their invite and relocate their quote elsewhere, or grab it yourself. But what if your collaborators don't already have a distrokid account? Easy! They will be able to create one for just $10. As always, distrokid never take a cut. You and your collaborators will get 100% of earnings in total, and that's kind of a unique feature of distrokid. If that's not enough, you can join distrokid with a great 7% discount if you access it with the link I will leave in the description below. So, if you want to manage the payments of your collaborators in an easy and efficient way, check out the amazing feature Themes by distrokid. Now let's go back to our bass solo secrets. Number 4. Leave room for silence. French composer legend Claude Debussy said music is the space between the notes. Silence has great power in your solos. It allows you to build tension and expectations. It can give you the time to rest a little bit while your fingers are playing some crazy hell fast speed licks. And most important things, it can also give the listeners the time to elaborate the notes you are doing. If you are playing constantly like a buzz, the listeners don't have the time to enjoy your abilities, so it's pretty important that you give them the amount of time to understand what you are trying to express with your solo. And finally, number 5. Think about what's next. That's right, you should always take a little step beyond what you are actually playing. This is a great way actually to combine different chords and progression and to use the power of harmony and chords variation to explore the possibilities of your instrument. And that's the reason why it is so important to know which chords are building the foundation of our solo structure. Knowing this will take you into a secure road where you can adapt and combine licks in a nearly infinite way. And that's the power of music improvisation. Okay, bass friends, that's all for now. I really hope you liked this video and find it useful. Please, if you enjoyed this content, consider to like and subscribe for more music and bass related stuff. Hope you'll have a wonderful time. See you in the next video.